What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 264 of Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. My name is Blaze, of course, with you as always. And on today's episode, I've got a few things to go over. So first thing I'm going to talk about is the card that's on your screen. This is Guzzlord GX. I'm also going to go into a bunch of versus mode matches and also open up several packs of cards live on camera for you today. So thanks for stopping by and hanging out today and being a part of the action. Before we get any further, let's go ahead and talk about the card that's on your screen. Now, I've barely had a chance to look at this card, so I don't really know much about it. I revealed Nihilego, I believe it was, last week. I believe that's what its name was. Yeah, Nihilego. I knew that. Just testing you. But anyway, I reviewed that one last week and talked about that card a little bit. But today is all about the card on your screen, Guzzlord GX. So Guzzlord GX has 210 HP. This card was also revealed during the Pokemon World Championships over, not this last weekend, but the weekend before that, where they showed off 3 new GX cards based on the Ultra Beasts. The GX... like the title for the card, Guzzlord GX, the GX in the title actually has a red, crimson kind of a look to it rather than well, this one actually has I believe it has a red one. The glare kind of takes it away, but it looks like it's supposed to have a red one. I'm not sure if that red one actually means anything or not. I think it's just kind of part of fitting the theme of the Crimson Invasion kind of a thing. But this card should be in the Crimson Invasion set, coming out on November 4th. But it has 210 HP. It's a basic Pokemon. It has a weakness to fighting types, a resistance to psychic types, a 4 retreat cost, which is very hefty. And this Pokemon is kind of a heavy Pokemon, so you'd kind of imagine that it would have a hefty retreat cost. So, I mean, nothing a Float Zone won't take care of, but... and it has 3 attacks. So the first attack is called Eat Sloppily. Discard the top 5 cards of your deck. If any of those cards are energy cards, attach them to this Pokemon. So it really can be helpful in getting getting energy attached to this Pokemon, which you do need in order to do the attacks. The attacks are very costly, but they can deal quite a bit of damage. So the second attack, if you already see how much damage it does, 180 damage. It's called Tyrannical Hole, and 180 damage. So that's quite a bit of damage for this particular Pokemon, or for any Pokemon really. It can KO most EX Pokemon and many of the GX Pokemon that you'll see as well. And the GX attack, keep in mind the GX attack can only be used once per game, is called Glutton GX, 100 damage. If your opponent's Pokemon is knocked out by damage, take 2 more prize cards. Is knocked out by damage from this Pokemon, then take 2 more, or from this attack rather, take 2 more prize cards. So if you're able to finish off an opponent using this attack, you'll take 4 prize cards, or you'll take 4 prize cards on an EX or GX Pokemon, or 3 prize cards on a regular Pokemon. So I think this card is actually one of the better GX cards, with one exception. The attack cost is super high. If you can get that GX attack to work, great, more power to you. But it's gonna take a while to get that thing powered up, and if you do get it powered up, what happens to all that energy that you lose if this Pokemon gets KO'd? 210 HP is a lot, but the weakness to fighting is probably gonna finish it off pretty quickly. So I like this card. I really like the artwork and everything, and I love the idea of taking 2 extra prize cards with the GX attack, but you can only do that once per game. It can win you the game if you're able to get this Pokemon powered up, but the question is, how do you do that in a way that is not, what's the word? In a way that's not going to put too many energy cards on this Pokemon, in a way that doesn't make you lose all these energy cards that you might need later on. So that's kind of the question that I have about this card, and maybe there's a strategy out there that I'm not thinking about right now that actually would help in getting this Pokemon to be the best it can be, but I'd like to think it would be used probably a lot more than Nihilego, but it probably will not be used in, well, unless there's a combination or a strategy that I'm totally slipping or not thinking about right now. So if you can think about a card that would complement this card very well, put it in the comments below or put it up in the chat room, and we will discuss it during play. So aside from that, I want to go ahead and get into some battles today. Let's see. 1 second here. Let's go ahead and get everything started here. So we'll go ahead and shut down the card, shut down the logo, and the filter there. So before we do that, I want to kind of go over all the packs of cards that I have available. Right now, I played this game over the weekend and picked up a bunch of packs just from playing and getting bonuses and stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up this pack of cards. Next up, we'll go to this pack of cards around the halfway mark. And then we'll open up these two Guardians Risings at the end of the video. So I'll be with you here for about 2 hours, live on Twitch, or if you catch me on YouTube, that's totally cool too. But don't forget, Twitch, I stream every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. with the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. So make sure that you catch me there if you'd like to interact with me and talk to me while I'm playing as well. So here we go with the first pack of Sun and Moon cards. Could be anything inside. I don't know what it's going to be. I have a lot of these cards. I spent a lot of tokens trying to get a bunch of packs on these cards, so I have pretty much all of them. But it's always nice to get something new, some new GX. Espeon GX is great trade bait because I already have 2 of them now, so I can trade one away. But 200 HP, Psybeam does 30 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Psychic will do 60 damage and also 30 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So a great attack. Will probably KO most Psychic-type Pokemon since they are weak to Psychic also. And Divide GX, put 10 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way that you'd like. One of my favorite GX attacks because it actually catches people off guard quite a bit. Popplio with 70 HP, Pound for 10 damage, and Water Gun for 20. We have also got Pissimian, 110 HP. Fling does 30 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon, and Team Play does 10 damage plus 30 more damage for each of your benched Pissimian. Hey you, how, draw 3 cards. Spinda, 80 HP, Teeter Punch for 30 damage, also confuses your opponent's active Pokemon. We've got Dewpider with 60 HP. Bubble for 10 damage will also paralyze your opponent's active Pokemon on a heads flip. We've got Alola Diglett with 50 HP. Spelunk is look at the top 3 cards of your deck and put them back in any order. Alubu11, thanks for stopping by and hanging out today. Welcome to the stream today, episode 264 of Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. I'll be doing some online battles here in just a minute, going through the first pack of cards that I've opened up, and I'll get into some battles. So Mudslap for 10 damage, Marini does 60 HP. Poison Sting, your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Wingull for 60 HP, Roost, heal 30 damage from this Pokemon, but can't retreat. Alubu11, I will check on my Volcanion and see if I have any for trade. I might have one, so I'll check and see. Stuffle with 70 HP, Tackle for 30 damage, and a Steel-type energy. So if I have a Volcanion card that I can trade away, I'm not going to trade away the special foil ones. But if I have an extra one that's not like super rare, it looks like all of mine, except for this one, are trade locked, and I could trade this one. It wouldn't matter. I'm not really sure what I want in return, though. What are you willing to give up for it? Because I have... I'm not really sure what I would want in return. Let me check out some of the new cards from Burning Shadows and see. That's weird. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and go into a versus match here. I'll think about what I'd like in return for that Volcanion. I don't even know if I need anything for it, but I will get back with you on that. As far as decks, I'm going to be using this fire deck for the first probably half of the video today. I have a challenge to earn some extra cards if I use the fire deck and do enough damage, so I'll be trying to do that for a little bit of the video. After that, I'm going to go to a different deck, probably a water deck or some other kind of deck as well. I am in Expanded right now because I've been winning in Expanded quite a bit over the weekend, and it's helped me get all of those packs that you saw. I even have a few more that I didn't show off, so I really think that it's worth playing Expanded right now. I used to not play it because I was afraid of getting like all of the same, like I was afraid of fighting like the same deck over and over again in like really powerful decks. But surprisingly enough, I have not come across them, so that'll work. Do you have any packs of cards you'd like to trade? Because I could use some Burning Shadow packs, or I would say like 3 packs would be. Oh man, like 3 packs might be good. Even if you have just like either Guardians Rising or Burning Shadows, if you're able to trade some of those away, I would not mind. Okay, still nothing I can use yet. This is terrible. So I probably should have made him switch out real quick, but that was kind of a mistake. I should have made him. Ooh. Okay, good. That'll work. I'm going to make him switch, so just in case I can't get anything going, he may not be able to do anything. If he gets KO'd, I'm going to have to use Lysander. I'm sorry, Sycamore, because I know that... Okay, Alubu 11. Once I'm done with this match, I'll check out what you have for trade, and I'll let you know what I would like. Oh, goodness. None of that is good, so I need to get rid of this hand, like, quickly. Like, I don't have anything good here. At least nothing that's going to help me, so that might help me get some better cards, at least. That might be good. Here, I'm going to make him get rid of that one. I'd like to have a Nest Ball might be good. Let's do this. I have an idea. So Ninetales is probably not going to come in handy in this match because I've got... Okay. My in-game name is L3. It's a L and a 3, and then l3layze. Attach that. Attach this. So he's probably going to get KO'd here, this Ninetales, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. I want to build my bench up. Ninetales is basically bait at this point. There's nothing I can do. I don't even have any energy cards to discard right now to draw any extra cards, although I did, and I probably should have held on to that, but it's okay. So here I do. Let's go ahead and get this out there and use this attack, get 3 cards, and... Wow. At least this way I can get energy attached to Volcanion and get energy attached down here as well. And it's very possible that I can use Ultra Ball to get Houndoom EX ready. start dealing 160 damage per turn would be mighty fine. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Ultra Ball for Ultra Ball for Mega Houndoom. Okay. So here we go with Power Heater. Energy to both those Pokemon, and I'm burned, but that's fine. Still burned. 100 damage would probably be the death of me. So I'm in a really bad situation right now. I need to get an Inn or a Professor Sycamore or something that's going to help me get a new hand. And right now I don't have that, so... He did not try to attack me. That's interesting. Yeah, I got an idea. So next turn I'll be able to do something crazy. Right now I'm going to retreat. Get this KO real quick. I should have enough... Oh, snap. Oh, great. I figured that was going to happen. Wonderful. So I should have enough... what was that, 60? That's 110. So he'll be able to survive. He should have enough HP to survive. The burn is now gone, so that's good. We got a Charizard coming up pretty soon. I'm not too thrilled about that. Let's see what this does. Oof. Well, that's not going to help me. So we'll go ahead and discard. Let's see. Get that. I mean, I'll have to trade away a lot of my cards to play Volcanion, so I don't need it. I mean, that's fine. If you don't want to trade, I understand. Oof. This is going to be rough. I know trading away a lot of stuff is... I'll check and see what you have at least. So depending on what you have, maybe we can work something out. But if you don't need it, that's fine. It's whatever. It's all good. All good in the hizzood. So, yeah, that happened. I kind of figured that was going to happen. This Houndoom was kind of meant to get KO'd. So now I need to try to focus on this one. I don't have many options right now. Oh, goodness. We'll try doing in again here in a second. So the biggest thing here is I'm looking at 160 damage. And that could help. Colress, I forget what he does. What does Colress do? Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw the number of cards equals the number of benched Pokemon. Okay. Oh no. So this Charizard could be a problem. And likely probably will be a problem. 2 energy cards, discarding there. We're going to make you draw 1 card. That sounds fun. 1 card. Alright, so it all comes down to this Volcanion. Yeah, this Turtonator. Sorry, Turtonator GX. 160 HP. And this has 160 HP as well, so I should at least be able to KO that Pokemon, but I'm not sure about the rest. The other 2 are going to be a challenge. 150 is the most it can do, and it's already got 3 energy cards, so attaching another energy card might not be a good idea. However, this one's going to take a lot to get powered up too. So while that was all fine and dandy, I only have 6 cards left. I need to get this KO quickly. I'm going to go ahead and get this shuffled back into the deck just because. And we're going to go ahead and use Bright Flame, get the KO, discard those 2. Now my opponent's probably going to be able to get energy attached to this Ho-Oh, and probably in a way that's quick enough that he'll be able to do the 180 damage, or 50 damage to one of my Pokemon. It's not quite enough for the KO on Ninetales, but it could be. He still has to endure 2 of these hits, and I can discard that energy card, so this is going to be a good match, I think. This is going to be a victory. And I'm going to use In to ensure that he only has 1 card on the next turn, which will severely damage his options there. Yes, please. And I might even be able to damage his options even further by using this. Sweet. So, everything seems to be coming up Millhouse today. 160 damage. So he might try to retreat at this point. I don't think he's going to retreat because I don't think it's going to help him much. So he was able to get a couple new cards. But even with the new cards, he has to get this Pokemon out of the active slot, and there's not much he can do there. Oh, that was a good call, actually. And drawing new cards is always good. Retreating. 180. I am not going to be able to get that. This Ninetales on the bench is probably going to be difficult for me to finish off. I'm going to hold on to that energy card because I might need it. Just in case he wants to try to discard one of my cards or something like that, I'll be able to get something put on there again. Ultra Ball is not quite what I'm looking for. And I have a Ninetales break in the discard pile, but I don't know if that's going to help. Now, he still needs energy cards to do anything, and right now, he doesn't have enough. So, I was going to say, as long as I'm able to keep doing that attack, doesn't have a lot of options. So, first match is a victory. Like I said, I've been winning a lot in Versus, which it's good for me. I like winning, so I'm really glad that I can win a match or two. I just got 150 more tokens, so that's awesome. I've got 913 now, so next week I'll be able to buy a bunch of packs of Burning Shadows. This is a couple online. I think I got a new request. Yeah, I'll go ahead and add them. Sure thing. Okay. Let's go ahead and carry on with this deck. It's not a bad deck, and it's won already. 333 versus points, which is, by the way, my favorite number is 3, so I guess that's good luck, maybe. Let's go ahead and see what happens on this next match. Call the coin flip. We're going to call it heads. Heads. No basics this time. Oh, I did have a basic, sorry. I don't know why I was thinking there was none. But it's cool. So we've got Steel-type Pokemon on the other side, so this could be good or bad. It's good because I might be able to deal extra damage with the weakness, but it's bad because... Oh, never mind. It's bad because I've seen some good Steel-type decks out there. So I guess it didn't really matter anyway. Here we've got one more ticket. So at halftime, I might be able to enter into a tournament. I've got 24 right now. I'm not even sure what the tournaments are. Yeah, so 8 tickets is a tournament. I don't want to do it right now. I know sometimes they do the 24 ticket tournaments, and those are actually very rewarding if you can get into one. But the other ones, the 8 tickets, can get you some good packs of cards if you're able to win. So maybe I'll try an expanded tournament. I'll think it over during these next couple of matches. So we're about a half an hour in, almost, to Pokemon Trading Card Game Online, episode 264. The rest of my episodes can be found on my YouTube page. Same username as my Twitch page. However, today is all about expanded. I don't normally play expanded because I feel like there's a lot of opportunity for someone to play Night March decks and decks that are just really annoying. And there's a lot more options out there, but it seems like, especially with just today, I'm able to get... Yeah, let's do that. I'm able to get a lot more victories for some reason, and I will certainly take victories. Not that. Because I don't have the evolution for that, so we're going to go ahead and use in, try to get some new cards, some fresh hand. Okay, I think we are done. So I'd like to have this Ninetales set up quickly enough. It probably won't happen. Pretty sure this Ninetales is going to be KO'd. Okay, so Victini has an ability that lets you reflip coins during attacks. So if you get a coin flip that's particularly bad, you can reflip the coin and get something else. So that's the ability here, or not this one actually. Is it that one or... So Victory Star, once during your turn, after you flip any coins for an attack, you may ignore all effects of those attacks, or of those coin flips, and begin flipping those coins again. And stored power for 30 damage, so it's not really that useful unless you have the ability. But once you have the ability, it's like super useful. So now I've got this, and I can evolve into Ninetales. And we're going to go ahead and do that. And Lure also makes it so my opponent can't retreat during this turn. So we'll bring him out. I would very much like to get another Evo Soda and evolve into Ninetales Break, and then go ahead and KO this Volcanion. No, no, Field Blower. Tool card gone down here at the bottom. Floatstone, of course, made it so my Turtonator could retreat. A 3 retreat cost is pretty hefty, so getting rid of that Floatstone could be very devastating. Hopefully it doesn't factor into the end result here. This ability is allowing my opponent to search his deck for a supporter card, which he grabbed in, which is actually going to help me out. So I'm kind of glad that in came through. Hopefully an Evo Soda or Ultra Ball. Perfect. Actually, I didn't even need it because Ninetales Break is in my hand right now. So that's cool. And we're going to try to make something happen real quick. Let's see. So I really just need to discard this hand. I'm going to do that. This hand's not doing me any favors, so I was going to use in, but I decided not to. Perfect. All right. 190 damage is right here with the attack. Explosive Shell, 190 damage. Discard all energy cards. Burning Energy, of course, comes right back. And it's all good. So, it's a 60 damage times the number of fire energy you have attached to this Pokemon. And ooh, Turtonator's down here. I have one as well. And his 160 damage would be the KO, and I'm certain he's going to try to make that happen. It'd be foolish to think not. Why did he do that? I really feel like that was a mistake. I mean, he's gonna be killed if it's 80 damage, right? Hmm. $120. But I could also, I'll survive this, so that's 130 that I'll have. And you really can't do anything else. Oh, you might be able to kill me with the Shell Trap again. I think it's worth it. I don't want to do it, but I think it's, well, let me do this first. This might be good. Actually, I probably should have waited. That's okay. Volcanion on my bench will definitely help me get more energy cards from the discard pile and get them onto my benched Pokemon when the time comes. For now, actually, let's do Lure. Yeah. Yeah. Let's make him switch out for this Volcanion. May as well KO it again, right? He's like, you making me so mad. Why you do this? 10 more tokens. I will certainly take that. More versus points. And we're moving on to the next battle. So far it's been 3 in a row in the expanded versus mode. I don't usually get this lucky, and I accidentally went into expanded. I don't know why, but I've been playing expanded all weekend, and I've been doing really well. So that's why I'm sticking with it. Standard, I think, in today's game, it's a lot harder. I think because a lot of people have all the cards that they need or want, so it makes the game a lot harder. I don't have the cards in standard that I'd like to have. So it makes things difficult, to say the least. Okay. So Turtonator up there at the starting Pokemon is not my most ideal situation. There's a chance here that I can get a couple things I need, but this person's going for Vespiquen, and probably going to try to get one very quickly. So I'm going to do my best to get Houndoom, Mega Houndoom out, because that's going to help like tremendously. Bug Bite for 10 damage. So, Hugh. Ooh, draw or discard till you have 5 cards in your hand. Let's get rid of that. That wasn't too bad. Actually worked out pretty well for him, I thought. Getting, or her, rather, getting 5 new cards. Definitely worth the struggle there. I feel like Hugh's kind of a risk-reward kind of a Pokemon, but it worked out pretty well. So many actions. I'm getting really frustrated by all these actions my opponent's taking. Now this means that there's going to be a lot of Pokemon in that discard pile. So many, in fact, that this attack that Vespiquen's going to be able to do is going to deal a ton of damage. So I have to have a fire Pokemon out and ready quickly. So we're going to grab this here. Oh, I don't have him. Oh, goodness. Well, that's unfortunate. Did I get rid of that? Oh, I did. I should not have done that. Welp, this is not going to go well, folks. I may as well just get rid of this because Houndoom is in the prize cards here, and that's not what I wanted. Let me see if I can get a Floatstone. Nope. Just a... Oh, I have one here. Never mind. Let's Floatstone out. So I can be ready, just not quickly. Get it? Be? Be ready? Anyway, moving on. No time for jokes. So I think my opponent is going to run into something here where they're going to kill this Volcanion. That's great. Go ahead and kill this Volcanion. They're going to kill this Vulpix, and that's fine. Go ahead and kill the Vulpix. Sycamore's going to take her down to 21 cards in the deck. And now 19, 18. So this Volcanion's totally dead, and that's totally fine. Vulpix is coming out. Vulpix is probably going to be dead too. I have another Vulpix just in case I need someone else to be bait in the meantime. I'm willing to bet my opponent does some kind of a switcheroo to make Turtonator come out and actually KO me. The game log here was... How much damage? $160, so that is a lot. It won't KO Turtonator, but if she discards one more Pokemon, it will. So I can go ahead and use Sycamore, grab 7 new cards rather than just 6. My opponent probably has stuff in their hand that they can use, and that's fine, but it's not like they don't have any options. They have tons of options. So here we're going to go there. Here we're going to do this. Get that Vulpix with stadium cards out there. No stadium cards can now be played. Try and get this going as well. Maybe get something else good. Now that Vulpix break is in the discard pile, and that's a shame. The downside here is if I KO this Pokemon, that's 2 more Pokemon that are in the discard pile, which means it's 200 damage. So that's going to be rough should that happen. Hopefully my opponent doesn't have the necessary cards to attack. Double colorless energy would be great for my opponent right now. There's 1 in the discard pile. Likely to be 1 in her hand too. There it is. That's the KO. It's too bad. I like this Turtonator. I really do. It's just too bad. Although, the simple act of doing that... Okay. It was 60 less damage, so... But I think she got 20 of it back, so... 160? There's 180, I think. If my math is correct, that's going to take it down to 160 again. Back into the hand to draw another card. If it's 180, it's not going to be enough. My math's probably off. She's probably still going to kill me. Oh, snap. That was crazy. Wow. She should not have used that Pokemon Stretcher because she had all the damage. She had all the Pokemon in the discard pile that she needed to finish me off. To do 200 damage and finish me off. I think she knew that after she'd used the Stretcher. But hey, a victory is a victory, right? And I will certainly take it. So 1 more match here with this Pokemon deck. Likely 2 more matches. In about 15 minutes, I'll be opening up another pack of Burning Shadows. And at the end of the episode, we'll do 2 packs of Guardians Rising. So stay tuned for that. We're on a 5 streak right now. It's getting hot. Get it? Because it's a fire deck. It's getting hot. Turtonator out in as the active. I don't want Turtonator to be out there first. In fact, this Vulpix, I don't even care if it gets KO'd. It's not necessary. I need to get something else powered up, and ooh, this is going to be one of those decks that deals damage based on how many Pokemon are on the bench. I don't like this card, but I like when my opponent uses it because if I can use a Lysander to kill it, I'll be in good shape. It's not every day I'm able to do that, but 170 HP is pretty low, and a lot of my Pokemon do more than that. So here, I'm going to go ahead and attach down here and use in, because I need something else. And I want something else to get me through this. So we're going to use... That's a good one. It's actually a pretty good one. I'm going to drop these 2 Pokemon too. And I've got Ninetales ready to go. So... Okay. Once this Vulpix is KO'd, we'll have some options. It's going to take a few turns, and by that time that happens, the team down here is going to be powered up, so I have to be careful. I do think my opponent's going to win this one. Something tells me this is not going to go very well for me. Gozma. Uh-oh. I don't really care if that thing gets KO'd necessarily. Floatstone. Setup. I wonder how many Pokemon my opponent's going to have. How many EX Pokemon they're going to put in there, because they can be kind of hard to power up. And this Pokemon has a 3 retreat cost. So he's going to need a switch or an escape rope or something. In the discard pile also is this Pokemon, which is you can put this Pokemon into your hand from the discard pile whenever you want, once during your turn. Field Blower, gold card, so there's that. He's giving me all kinds of just targets on the bench, like 1, 2, 3 if I can get the damage output. I guess Rush In and a Floatstone is a good way to get this out of there, but he's already retreated once, I think. Oh, no, he hasn't. Not yet. So this thing's going to be able to attack. That's fine. Rush In and then a retreat. We'll bring out this Volcanion. And then... Oh, no. But that's fine. So far, he's in pretty good shape. I don't want to attach here. I don't have any energy cards in here, do I? It's like real silly to use that GX attack now. It's the only one that I have, so I should use it, I guess, just to use it, but it's not going to do me any favors. If I take out his Keldeo, it certainly would help. Because that rush-in ability is going to be tough. The whole thing is going to be tough. So let's go ahead and get this Ninetales evolved. Nope, not that one. This one. And that's really all I have right now. I don't have anything else. You are probably going to win. Good job. Well played. Unless I can stall, which I doubt I'll be able to do. So one of the good things here is that he's able to discard 2 fire energies per turn, deal extra damage, and attach those energies to his Pokemon. So he's getting like super powered up, which is great, but it's also not great at the same time. He just stopped his own abilities, so that's weird. I am not going to bring up Ninetales because she's not ready. I am going to grab Sycamore, and I'm going to grab another Burning Energy so I can use it on the next turn. So I'm willing to bet he knows what I'm doing. He's probably going to use a Lysander to make me switch my Ninetales out, which is fine. I get it. Yeah, that's going to have to happen. Ninetales coming out. 130 damage. I guess he can still retreat, but probably won't. Oh, it's double because it's the weakness. I forgot about that. This is going to be a good old-fashioned steamroll, by the way. Maybe I can make him discard some energy cards here. Ugh. I was getting so worried there wouldn't be any energy cards out of there. So, I mean, he's dead too, although he can't attack. Well, Keldeo can switch, so once Keldeo's out, it's pretty much done. So, 8 cards in the deck, 7 now. I'm not going to be able to make him win by discard, so... Although it would be pretty great if I could. Switching out for the other Volcanion, or even the same one, would be just fine. Well played, sir. Good game. Now, why did he get the Staryu? Can he get any energy card? I thought it was only water energy cards. I guess it is any energy card. Huh. Did not think about that. Could be useful. I wouldn't want to use it, but it could be very useful. No. No. Volcanion coming at ya. I mean, I don't know if I really want to do that, but I guess I could. There's really nothing I could do, so it's all good. I'm going to go ahead and use the attack and just be done with it. So, and still no energies in the discard pile. That's what blows my mind right now, is there's no energy cards in the discard pile. They're all inside the deck. So, or in the prize cards, but still, like, it's so weird. This deck that he's playing is actually really good, so I can't even be upset about it. Okay, well, let's go ahead and go to the collection, open up one more pack of cards, and then we'll go into the second half of the video with a different deck. I want to try out the Gambler deck again because that was actually kind of a fun deck to play last week, or was it 2 weeks ago? I can't remember. It was really fun. So I would like to do that again, just to see if I can get it to work. But for now, we're going to open up this Burning Shadows pack, see what's inside, and then at the end of the episode, we'll open up both of those Guardians Rising packs. Oh gosh, so many new cards. All of them, almost. So here we go with Weavile. 90 HP, Rule of Evil. The attack does 60 damage to each Pokemon that has an ability. And Slash for 70 damage. We've also got Electivire, which I love Electivire as a Pokemon. He's so cool. 140 HP, Thunder Punch for 60 damage. If you flip heads, the attack does 60 more damage, but if tails, it does 20 to itself. And Giga Impact with 170. This Pokemon cannot attack during your next turn. Bouffalant, 120 HP, Bouffalant head, 30 damage. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks. And knock over with 80 damage, you may discard a stadium card in play. Escape Rope, I'm sure we're all familiar with Escape Rope. It makes you and your opponent both switch your active Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon. Next up is Wick. Each player counts the cards in their hand, shuffles those cards into their deck, then draws that many cards. Dewpider, 60 HP, ambush for 10 damage. Does 10 more damage if you flip heads. Riolu with 70 HP, punch for 10 and low kick for 30. Cutie Fly with 30 HP, Fairy Wind for 10 damage. Tangela, 80 HP, bind down, 10 damage. The defending Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's next turn. Rhyhorn with 80 HP, lunge out for 20 damage, and Horn Drill for 60. And finally, another Fairy Energy card. All right, let's try out this this other deck here because it's hit or miss, but I've been winning a lot, so maybe I'll have a decent time. I believe this deck now has Slowbro back in it, Mega Slowbro and Mega Slowbro EX. It also has lots of experimental things, so it's got 4 Greedy Dice, which if you're not familiar with Greedy Dice, if you reveal Greedy Dice as a face-down prize card, you may flip a coin. If heads, you can draw another prize card. So it has that cool ability to possibly get another prize card, which I think is cool. And I have Lapras, which is a great card. I love Lapras. I never thought about putting Lapras in this deck until recently, and it's been going over very well. So next week I'll try not to use this deck, but so I can't play any item cards from my hand right now, so that's pretty bad. Until I KO that Pokemon. So I'm going to, oh gosh, there's 1 Greedy Dice in my prize cards right now. I'm going to grab this one. We're going to go ahead and draw 3 cards. Oh, goodness. So that's cool. We got Remoraid coming up soon, too. 60 damage plus 20 damage to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon, so only 60 to this Pokemon. Meh, not too bad. Use this in again. Manaphy, good choice there. I've also got Ninetales GX in this deck, which I totally forgot about. So this deck's actually it's not that bad. It's a decent deck. If I can get things started, I'll be okay. So I have this Slowbro. It's either one or the other. I can either power up Ninetales or Slowbro. I shouldn't try to do both. And this hand, or this bench, is actually not bad. So I don't want to try to power up Vulpix. I don't want to do that. Well, that's unfortunate. 160 damage would have been great. I'm going to try to power up something else. I think I'm going to go for Ninetales because that was not quite what I'd had in mind. Okay. Can't use any item cards. That's wonderful, right? Might be good. My opponent's taking a huge risk here by not putting any Pokemon on the bench, but I feel like I think he thinks he's in control, and he probably is. going to retreat here. Try and do something else, anything else. I can't retreat because I don't have the energy for it. So, this one's gone, and, well, that's the only one, really. So he needs something on his bench in order to make something happen. There it is, Trevenant Break. Put 3 damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon. That's not too bad. He's probably better off using the other attack, but it would still KO everyone. Well, this one. Good card. I don't know if that's going to really help him, because this Trevenant's going to be KO'd soon, and he's going to try to item lock me again. Now that is just me, right? Wow, that's actually a really good card. Here we go, Blizzard, 160, discard 2 energy cards. That's pretty unfortunate. I think I'd rather go for... Well, I can do that next. Actually, I can do it now. Because I don't want him to have another one ready to go. And especially with me with no energy, that would be bad too. So, nice. Greedy Dice is working out well. Nice. Another prize card. Sweet. So now he can do either 60 damage or he can do 30 to everyone. He'll probably choose to do 30, and that's fine. He'll get the KO here. But I'm going to go ahead and retaliate. So there you have it. Bada bing, bada boom, right? Another one. So, that is another KO for my opponent. I'm going to get another one too, though. Of course, that one's going to be KO'd next. Oh, gosh. And I still can't do... any attacks on the next turn, so running into a weird situation where I can't use items. I can still move all my energy cards over, though, so there's that. He's probably going to win, like, a lot. This is pretty terrible. 2 more prize cards, and I am pretty much out of ideas here at this point. Nothing else I can do. I don't have a switch. I don't have anything else I can use to make something happen. I can maybe try to evolve and keep him alive a little bit longer, but that's not really going to work very well. I can't use any of these cards. I'm not getting anything else from the deck, so this is just one of those frustrating moments where you're just like, just end it, please. You've proven that your deck is better than mine. Thank you. But it's okay. It's totally fine. I can't even use Versus Seekers right now. I can't do anything. And even if I had a switch or an escape rope, I still can't do anything. Another one. So it's a good deck. I mean, it is a very good deck that actually is preventing me from doing anything. If I had energy cards, it might be a different story, but I don't have any of those. So I'm just going to go ahead and quit because I don't do this very often, but I just don't even want to bother with the rest of this match. There's nothing I can do. It was just going to take forever. So I don't quit very often. I would much rather have the game play out, but that was just kind of an annoying situation that I couldn't deal with that. So please forgive me. Please forgive me. Okay. So here we go. Choosing who goes first, Trippy Snake, and Greedy Dice actually came in handy on the last match. It gave me an extra prize card where I wouldn't have been able to get one before. So it's not a card that I recommend using, but I built this deck specifically to use that card. And it kind of works. I mean, it's weird. It's weird how it doesn't always work, but it kind of works sometimes. The other thing that I kind of want to try is Slowbro. Regular Slowbro, because he has a move called Walk Off Homer, that if you use the attack while you have one prize card remaining, you win the game. And I've won the game like that before, but it's really difficult to pull off. So, interestingly enough, I'm going to use in right off the bat to try to get a float stone or something else, which didn't work quite like I wanted. So there we go. I wanted something on my bench too, and it didn't work out. So anywho, max elixir. Lily is going to draw until you have 8 cards. Had a pretty good run at the beginning of this video where I played a, it was a fire deck that actually works out pretty well most of the time. Sometimes it does not, but most of the time works out pretty well. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Still nothing. I guess I'll do 20 damage. I mean, I don't really want to, but I guess I'll do 20 damage. Energy Evolution. Evolving into Sylveon. I couldn't think of a name for a second. I wanted to say Sylvanas, but that is not right. Lily. Drawing until she has 6 cards in hand. Max Elixir is going to help get an energy to one of the benched Pokemon, except it didn't do it this time. Geomancy will definitely help my opponent get energy attached. So, we'll see how this goes. Oh, goodness. I'm not going to win. This is going to be a bad, bad match. So for those of you who are new to my channel, thank you for tuning in today and hanging out and watching Pokemon Trading Card Game Online action unfold. That's the end of the game on this one. We'll go into another match here in just a few minutes, and in about 20 minutes I'll change decks again and try another experimental deck that I just put together. It's not very successful. I only put it together so I can win a challenge that's on here. But we'll try it out in a few minutes. But yeah, so I do videos every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. live on Twitch. I also do Animal Crossing streaming live on Twitch as well every Sunday. For the month of September, it's going to be Sunday evenings where I'll be doing that, starting at 7 or 6 p.m. on Sundays. Okay, we got Slowbro EX coming out. I don't like Slowbro EX being first anyway, but it might be okay. Okay. This could be good. We'll see. Get a nice in going on the first turn, see if that helps. Not quite. I'd like to have Slowbro EX powered up to Mega Slowbro quickly enough. I don't think it's going to happen, but it could happen. Don't you do this to me. Don't you do this. Oh, you jerk. So my opponent has 2 Pokemon that are stage 2s. I think I have a pretty good shot. Vikavolt and Golem. At least I'm thinking he has Golem. I don't know. He may not have Golem in his deck. But if there are 2 stage 2 Pokemon in this deck, it's going to make it very clunky. Almost to the point of being very underpowered, which is kind of the last thing that you want. I'm going to go ahead and grab Lapras here. Okay, next turn we'll retreat for free. Faux free. I don't have any energy cards in the discard pile except for that special one, which you can't use this with the special energy. So he's going to be able to attach energy cards quickly. An extra one per turn. Yowza. Maybe I won't retreat. Maybe I'll just use this. This. Get that on the bench and maybe get some energy going here. I haven't checked to see how many of these greedy dice I have in the deck. It's a strategy that I haven't really been focusing on, but basically, if you have 4 greedy dice in your deck when you're searching for a different card, it's safe to say there are none in the prize cards. So there's another card that might help you. It'll take your prize cards and shuffle them into your deck and then reset your prize cards. So it's kind of nice. It's a town map card, I think is what it is. So if you want another chance of getting greedy dice into the prize cards, it's a good way to go. And greedy, you can't rely on greedy dice to do anything, but sometimes it comes in handy. Sometimes it's great. Other times it takes up a spot in your deck that something else could be occupying. So something to keep in mind. Oh, nice. Both of those are gone now. Draw 3 cards. Let's do that. Okay. I think I'm going to have a hard time getting this one, winning this battle. Something tells me. It's not impossible, but I think it's going to be difficult. So the Vikavolt has, what, 140, 150? It's not too bad. Yowza, it's time for the GX attack, which will help me. It'll certainly help me paralyze my opponent. Instant paralyzation. I think I'm going to use this too, even though I don't need it really. Ice Beam GX, 100 damage and instant paralyzation. Next turn, I can go ahead and KO my opponent. But he's probably going to get me back with Graveler. Oh, darn it. It's not that bad, really. Tauros, huh? Not a big fan of Tauros. Do I have energy cards here? No. Great. What? That wasn't in there. That was not in there. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what just happened. I don't remember seeing an energy card in that. In the discard pile. I thought it was all. Are you serious? Like, I don't have any Pokemon. Wow. So this something's getting KO'd. That's bottom line. I guess I just got it in there. It was this turn when it got discarded. So, never mind. I realize now what happened. It was discarded the previous turn. So it's all good. I'm not going to win this one, by the way. I mean, there's still a chance, I suppose, but it's probably not going to happen. Another Lapras would be great right now, which I don't think that's going to work. Here we go. It's a last-ditch effort. That's all I have. This could work. This could work really well. Actually, it will work really well, probably. Get that Lapras on the bench. 2 energies attached. Oh, just 1, I guess. Oh, snap. 2 energies attached. Right there. We're going to retreat. We're going to use the ability as well. Get some more cards into the hand. And then it is smashing time. Blizzard Burn 160. So that may or may not have turned the whole game around. I don't know. But it's definitely not a bad place to be. 40 damage. Can't retreat. I have an idea for that too. Okay. So we're gonna retreat with Lapras and bring this out, attach another energy to it. I don't want to do that, but I will. I'm also gonna use the 40 damage here to hit this Tauros. Won't matter too much. Next turn, Lapras is coming out, finishing the job. I don't want to attach energy to Vulpix, so I gotta be careful. I gotta be really careful here. Oh, I don't even have any evolution or any other cards to get the evolution I'm looking for, so I guess I'll have to use Versus Seeker. I guess. Next turn, maybe get another in. This is going to be 40 damage. Can't retreat during the next turn. So he'll do 50 damage, possibly 60 damage. No big deal. I'll go ahead and use Lapras to finish that job up. I'd like very much to have a Alola Ninetales out, which is probably not going to happen. But I'd very much like to have that. It's not over yet, folks. Anything can happen in these games. I've noticed that resolve and persistence can win more games than giving up. You never know. You just never know. This is probably going to be Vikavolt or possibly Golem. Okay. Golem's understandable. What is he going to do? Although I just realized 150 plus this 60 is going to be the KO. Even 200 plus, yeah, it's not going to matter. Oh, okay. Good call. Um, 160. Oh, goodness. This is a risky move. It's very risky. I'm going to try it anyway. Oh, okay. That could be good. So, Tauros? Nope. Game over, folks. That is all she wrote. All she wrote. I mean, my opponent's going to be able to use the ability to get an energy card, so it doesn't... Even if there was no energy in the hand, it's not going to make a difference. So, why... Okay, you're going to try to go for Manaphy, which doesn't really matter. Good game. Well played. It would have been great if I could have stopped him, but it's okay. It is okay. Let's go ahead and change decks, because I think that it's about time. Try something new out. Let's go ahead and go to... I have a darkness deck that I don't like using. It's a brand new deck. I haven't even named it yet. It's not that great. So let's just see what happens. Couple of matches here, and if it's terrible, we can switch out to something else. So I think that it's probably not awful. It's just, it could be better. And I really only want to use it to get those challenges completed. So 1,000 damage and 10 evolution cards, that's all I really want. So let's just see how it goes. I'm not even sure what Pokemon that is. It looks like a weird Bowser type thing. I don't want to go first. Oh gosh. I have a bad feeling about this, guys. I really do. Hopefully. It won't be that bad. Hopefully. Let's just start here. Try to get this thing powered up first. Maybe go for some energy denial. So this is all about darkness type Pokemon. I really only want to get darkness Pokemon evolved so I can get that challenge and deal some damage so I can get that challenge too. This Pokemon does 100 damage, but also can help get energy attached to the Pokemon as needed, to your whole team as needed. So hopefully we're able to get that. We got Dragonite EX down here. Jet Sonic for 80 damage. Discard an energy attached, or you may discard an energy attached to this Pokemon. If you do, the attack does 40 more damage. But when you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may move any number of basic energy attached to your Pokemon to this Pokemon. If you do make this your then you make this your active Pokemon also. Not something that would come into play on this turn because it's the very first turn of the game, so... Okay. Let's go with in. Next turn we'll have something good. This turn, not so much. So buy, flip a coin if heads. If this Pokemon would be knocked out by damage from an attack, the Pokemon's not knocked out and has 10 HP left. So while that's a good attack, I can't even use it because I don't have any grass energy in this deck. So it's going to be interesting. Okay. 20 damage. Is it? Okay. So attach here. Use a in to get everything shuffled back into the deck and see what I can come up with. Because so far, it's not looking great. Great. I can, however... Yeah, let's do that. Boom, boom. Shiftry. We'll go ahead and get this one evolved on the next turn. Not this turn. Although I could. I'm just not going to do it this turn. I can get the evolution, the energy attached, and then discard for 7 new cards. Hopefully, I don't get in a situation where my opponent uses in. Hopefully. Got a Snorlax on the bench too with an ability. Or no ability, just a couple of attacks there. We've got Luxray or Shinx. So he's dead, which is exactly what I wanted to happen. Yeah, let's go ahead and go for the KO here. It's probably a better idea. Actually, you know what? I should be able to get the same number of cards in my hand as my opponent, hopefully. 4. Oh, I can't. Darn it. That's the worst. Okay, well, 60 damage, I guess. He'll deal 60 back to me. I guess that's fine. $80 back to me. But he's also going to KO himself, so he'd be wise not to do anything. This deck is just not, is definitely not the ideal deck to use, but it might work. It could work. We'll see. He's going to switch out. Ruh-roh. This is going to do 130 damage. Not enough for the KO, but still a lot. Oh, there it is. There's the KO. Too bad. It is too bad. Yeah, this is going to be rough. Not going to be a very... Not going to be a very good finish, I should say. No, although he took 80 damage. Or 60 damage. I could get the KO right now, and I think I will try. 120 plus that 60 is going to be enough. 30 less damage. Yeah, let's use this. 20 extra damage and 2 extra cards. Oh no. I did not think that through. Darn it. That's okay. It's all right. But the same thing's going to happen to him, though. So it's going to be 30 less plus 20 more. So he'll have 10 HP left. It's a bad situation, though, because it's all electric Pokemon, so not much I could do. I mean, there's a lot I could do, but not much. I just want to get the evolutions is all I really care about. I've gotten 1 so far. I've done some damage, too, so maybe I can get that challenge completed, or at least closer to being completed. I currently don't have a lot of Dark-type Pokemon, so I think that's part of the problem here is I don't have a whole lot. I don't even have any Umbreons at all. So I would put Umbreon in this deck in a heartbeat if I could. But I don't have any. So if my opponent should be able to get this pretty close to a KO. Probably not the KO, but at least close enough. No. Okay, there it is. I didn't realize it was a weakness. Totally missed that weakness. So now we've got this Rattata, which will only do 20 damage and not even enough for anything. That's going to do retaliation damage. Nah, it's just for EX. So we're going to discard. Try and get some new ones. I have no benched Pokemon right now. I guess. I'm not sure if this is going to work very well, but we're going to do it anyway. Oh, man, this is going to be tough. And Raticate doesn't have all that much HP. It's 120, so 150 minus 30 is exactly what it needs to KO that Pokemon, so it's not gonna last long either. There we go. Same with this other Rattata. I don't really have a choice there, though. So, drop that. Try and get a couple of energy cards, maybe. Not going to work out very well, but it was a nice experiment. It was kind of fun. I can evolve that Rattata, which will help me get that challenge completed. Or at least closer. Nope, can't even do that. Well, I guess I can do nothing. Well, that was fun. Good while it lasted, but it's probably not going to amount to much. Go ahead and do your attack. You're going to get the KO twice in a row. I mean, I don't blame you for wanting to have your bases covered here, so... Lysander, Sky High Gloves. That makes sense. I was thinking that was going to happen. I was in the back of my mind, I was thinking, I'm going to get a Kukui. That's going to happen. It's an extra 20 damage. Not quite enough for the KO, though, still, so... That's fine. It's so bad. Oh, well. Okay, so... That took forever. Just as a heads up. I mean, that... I wouldn't say that Stadium card saved my opponent, but it definitely helped my opponent keep this active in play for longer than it should have been in play. Anytime now you can go ahead and do the attack and get the KO. I'm going to quit if you don't. If the next thing you do is not the attack, I'm going to quit. Just as a heads up, if you play the game, maybe not do what my opponent is doing. I've given you every chance. I've given you every chance. It's alright. Okay, moving on. Did some more damage. I don't want to play that deck anymore because it's not my favorite deck. I'll play it offline or something and try to get something going. So... let's go over to one of my classic decks here. This is a Fighting Fit deck. I made this, well... Yeah, let's do this. So this deck I made a long time ago to counter, specifically to counter EX Pokemon that I hated coming up against. It doesn't do anything to GX Pokemon, so I don't use it anymore, and it's not really that great anymore. I made a variation of it to play in standard play, but even still, it's not the greatest deck that I or anyone's ever made. It's still fun to play when I can. So we'll get to see the strategy I built here around this fighting deck I made. After this, we'll probably open up those 2 packs of cards, and then I will probably sign off for the rest for the week. As far as for Pokemon, I'll be online I'll be online on Thursday night for Animal Crossing for the GameCube on the 31st. I'll be online on Friday night for probably Splatoon 2. And then next Friday, I'll be online for Truth or Dare Friday with with Super Mario World. This Saturday, I'll be online with Smash Brothers and Pokemon Shiny Hunting, and Sunday evening at 6 p.m., I'll be online for more Animal Crossing. So keep it here on my Twitch channel for all the cool stuff going on. Booyah! But of course, next week at 7 p.m. Eastern on Twitch, I'll be streaming more Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. I'm going to try to play a lot more over the weekend, too, to try to earn some more booster packs to open up and earn some more tokens to buy booster packs and other things. So that'll certainly be pretty fun. So right now, this I shouldn't really be attaching energy to this Landorus because he's not really an attacking Pokemon. He's really more of a support Pokemon or a staller. But as long as he's doing damage, I'm not going to try and take that away from him. Once he's KO'd, I'm probably going to put Machop up there, making my opponent switch out for that Volcanion was probably a good idea. But the longer I wait, the more he's going to get powered up and the more trouble I'm going to have. $150. Oh, he's so dead. So the downside here is Talonflame usually gets me the cards that I want. If I can start the game with Talonflame, I'm in good shape. I didn't really get that, so that was rough. There's a couple other options that could come into play. I'm going to make Machop come up there. Machop will... He's not going to do the damage, but Machop might stall just long enough that... that Zygarde will be able to do some damage, because the teamwork card down there is definitely going to help me build my bench. Alright, so Volcanion Heat, weakness, water. It's a water weakness. So this deck is very much based around the idea that Machop's evolution can get a ton of damage built up very quickly. So that's kind of the idea and the whole point, really. Also with strong energy and other cards too, I can actually get other Pokemon out. And deal some pretty good damage. My opponent's not using all EX Pokemon, but the EX Pokemon he is using, I can negate all damage with Carbink. Carbink is one of the best cards, and I can attach energy from the discard pile to another Pokemon if I get Carbink Breakout. So that's the hope. He does have a GX, which the GX doesn't do anything when it comes to Carbink Break. GX can break through Carbink. And here, my opponent is pretty much ready to do all the damage. So, this isn't going to last long, folks. Now, there is an updated version of Carbink, but it is a different Pokemon. It is Ninetales from Burning Shadows actually has the ability that prevents all damage, including effects of attacks, including damage. It prevents all of that for GX and EX Pokemon. So if you're looking for a good card to counter what my opponent is doing right now, Ninetales is a great card. Doesn't have any extra like great benefits, but the simple fact of just having oh, he's dead. I didn't think about that. It's fine, though. This is going to be a quick match. I'm not going to win this one. But the simple fact of making your opponent use a Hex Maniac or some other card that makes that reduces abilities, you have to have something like that. What was I going to do? I was going to look for Professor's Letter, get a couple of energy cards, and try to draw some extra cards too. Hopefully, I can get something. This is probably not going to work out very well. Just as a heads up. He's definitely going to use that large attack and just kill this side guard. But it's okay. I kind of have it coming. Uh-oh. 50. So I need something on the bench that's going to be able to do some damage. This Zygarde's not going to work. Pokemon. Oh gosh, I have nothing. This isn't going to work at all. Maybe? Yes. Good for me. Are you serious? That was the weakest thing I've ever seen. I have 3 Talonflames in my hand right now, and 1 energy card. It's exactly what I need, but my opponent's still going to have his way with me on the next turn. Oh, 20 damage, eh? Get the old switcheroo. I'm KOing this GX right now. It's not my smartest move. Taking the 80 damage is definitely not something I wanted to do today. But I can draw 2 prize cards, and Carbink may come in handy. There is a Carbink break in the deck, which could help me the rest of the way. Not likely, but it could. I don't think I'm going to hold on long enough for that to matter. This Arcanine, 60 damage. It's more than enough for the KO. So, there we go. And the other one's going to be enough too. 190. But it's all good. Can't win them all. I had a really good run with a different deck earlier today, so I really can't complain about my win-loss rating today. This deck's a little bit outdated, to be fair, so I can't say I am shocked that this happened. Just go ahead and do the knuckle punch. Booyah! Booyah! Good job. Alright, let's go ahead and go into my collection and open up those 2 packs of Guardians Rising. We'll see what's inside those, and then I'll sign off for the rest of the day. I want to take a minute to thank everybody who stopped in, and if you stopped in for a while or you just stopped in for a couple of minutes, thank you so much. I always appreciate it. And then, don't forget, next week I'll be online again for Pokemon Trading Card Game Online, 7 p.m. Eastern, live episode, which will eventually make its way over to YouTube. Oh, goodness. Sorry. So let's see what we have here today. Got a Wishy-Washy down there with a holofoil card, and we got a Nose Pass. So, I'm sorry, Probo Pass. 130 HP, Energy Link for 30 damage. Attach an energy card from your discard pile to this Pokemon. And Power Gem for 120 damage. Very expensive on the Power Gem. And a hefty retreat cost. Wishy-Washy with 30 HP, Schooling. Once during your turn, you may switch this Pokemon with a Wishy-Washy GX in your hand. Any attached cards, damage counters, special conditions, turns in play, and any other effects remain on the new Pokemon. Sharpshooting. This attack does 10 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Weepin' Bell with 80 damage, Muddy Acid for 40. Flip a coin. If heads, discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Tentacruel. 110 HP, Poison Sting for 30 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned. And Seething Tentacles, 40 damage, plus 40 more if you flip heads. If you flip tails, you can paralyze your opponent. Mallow, search your deck for 2 cards, shuffle your deck, then put those cards on top in any order. Machop with 70 HP, Dual Chop for 30 damage times the number of heads, flip 2 coins. Beldum, 60 HP, Core Beam for 20 damage, discarded Steel Energy from this Pokemon. Helioptile, Thundershock for 10 damage, paralyzes on a heads flip, and 60 HP on this Pokemon. Clefairy, 60 HP, Slap for 10 damage, and Follow Me, switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon with your active Pokemon. Tentacool with 60 HP, Sludge Shock for 10 damage, the defending Pokemon can't be healed during your opponent's next turn. Galactic Puppet, thanks for stopping by today, just in time. So glad you're here. I am probably going to sign off in about 10 minutes, so I'm glad that you stopped by, glad you're here. Just wanted to give you a heads up, though. And Electric Energy, Lightning Energy. Let's open up this last pack, see what's inside, and we'll see what's going on. It's always nice to see you, though, Galactic. Thanks for stopping by. For real. For realio. Okay, so we've got Rayquaza. 120 HP, Turbo Storm for 30 damage. Attach 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. And Dragon Claw for 80 damage. My day actually was pretty good. Thanks for asking. Work actually was pretty smooth and not too bad. I think that things are starting to get better. And as far as the day goes, took a little bit of a nap, but overall, not too bad of a day. Pretty good day. Nothing really exciting happened today, though, so I can't really... I mean, except for the Pokemon Trading Card Game episode, but aside from that, nothing really exciting's been going on. We've got Gothorita, 80 HP, Slap for 20, and Psybeam for 30. Also confuses your opponent's active Pokemon. Rescue Stretcher, you can either put a Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand, or shuffle 3 Pokemon from your discard pile into your deck. Komala, 80 HP, Comatose, as long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, whenever you attach an energy from your hand to it, it is now asleep. And Hypno Roll, 100 damage. This attack can only be used if this Pokemon is asleep. It's not really exciting. I mean, it's actually I have quite a bit of free time throughout my day, so I would say that overall my job's not as exciting as it could be. Glalie with 120 HP, Crunch does 40 damage and paralyzes. I'm sorry, on a heads flip, you discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. And Raging Flow with 70 damage does 80 more damage if this Pokemon has any damage counters on it. Rainbow Energy would do a really great job of getting damage counters on this Pokemon if you don't already have any, but that's 150 damage from Raging Flow. Cottony with 50 HP, Continuous Tumble for 10 damage, times the number of heads, flip until you get tails. Snorunt with 60 HP, Chilly for 10, and Frost Breath for 20. Chansey with 110 HP, Bind Wound heals 30 damage from one of your Pokemon if you flip heads, and Hammer In does 80 damage. Bellsprout with 60 HP, Vine Whip for 30 damage. Pancham with 60 HP, Karate Chop does 60 damage, minus 10 for each damage counter on this Pokemon, and another Darkness Energy. So thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by and hanging out today. If you caught me on YouTube or you caught me on Twitch or wherever you found me, thank you so much. Hit that like button, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, and I will be back on next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, with another exciting episode of Pokemon Trading Card Game Online, and all weekend long on Twitch. Check my schedule. Until then, folks, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great night. I'll catch you on the flippity flip.